Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing great. So we have a new video here. I am Iris, your auntie. And today we have a real life scenario, and this is titled like this, literally. Man-child. Is this a red flag? Let's see. And so it says, I started dating someone several months ago, and due to some life circumstances, it was a slow build-up. And I would say we're just now truly getting to know some of the deeper history about one another. We have a lot of fun together, and he's very accepting, caring, affectionate, and helpful to me. But I'm starting to worry about long-term potential. I've just recently learned that he's been jobless for long periods of time in the past. He has always found either a girlfriend or a relative to live with since his divorce. Okay. He can seem to follow through with basic adulting responsibilities. For example, doctor appointments, car maintenance, home maintenance, forgets to pay bills, oh my God. And due to a recent job layoff, he may have trouble getting a new job due to his potential inability to pass a drug test due to marijuana use. Oh. I am very self-sufficient, financially independent person, and I am not really personally affected by any of this. Not yet. Logically, these things don't have much to do with me. Not yet. And he can live his life, and I don't feel the need to necessarily control his actions or change him. We don't live together or anything. But with these recent revelations, I am starting to wonder if he's grooming me in any way, trying extra hard to form an emotional connection with me so I can be the next person to support him. Oh my God. What do you guys think? If he's an all-around pretty cool and supportive guy and we have fun together, can I continue to just sort of let him be? Or does this sound like a future train wreck? All right, so let's get to it. It absolutely does sound like a very, very possible future train wreck. Sorry to say that, and I don't mean to be mean, unpolite, or anything, but this was posted in a forum that is named Dating Over 40. So people who are posting here is people like either in their late 30s or 40s, or even older. So that tells me that this guy in this situation must, I suppose, because of the forum where this comes from, that this guy is not a recent college graduate or a college dropout or like a young guy. Like he must, and also you mentioned that he had a divorce. So this guy must be, at that age range, either late 30s, early 40s, or later. So it is indeed a red flag that he does behave like a man-child, as you say. Well, you in your title you mentioned man-child, but at that age, a guy not being able to really follow through the adult responsibilities you would expect from someone who has already had a few decades to do something with their lives, it's definitely a red flag. And there's several things you mentioned here, like like he has always found either a girlfriend or relative to live with since his divorce. Like, okay, when was his divorce? Of course, there's many nuances to all of this, but it doesn't sound great that he has not been able to find a place for himself, or to keep a job, or to find a job, and that he was recently laid off and he can't seem to find a job because he uses marijuana and can't pass the drug test. Yeah, that doesn't sound great at all, because listen, I'm not trying to say that, oh, he doesn't have money, then forget it. Okay, It's not like that. But okay, let's say the guy is in a really rough financial position right now, and he doesn't have even a place to stay on his own, either rented or owned, or and also he can really find a job and something. Okay, sometimes people go through complicated moments in life, and I don't know, maybe someone had a really bad divorce where whatever they had for themselves before was completely wiped out of them, or someone maybe had a medical emergency or had some tragedy in their lives that made them end with virtually nothing. That can happen. But then what is the attitude you can see from him? What is the character you see from him? Because if someone went through a really difficult situation that left them pretty much without nothing, and then after some time they are working hard to try and get things back on track, to get back on their feet, does he have an attitude in life where he has a good work ethic? Do you see he's really trying to get out of his complicated situation and get back on his feet, and do you see him having this drive to do things, to get back in track? Or do you see him complacent and lazy and like, oh yeah, I can get a job because I use marijuana and I'm not planning to quit marijuana, so I can't get a job, and also, oh, and I don't have anywhere to live, so but I find girlfriends here and there who allow me live with them, and I have relatives who also allow me live with them. So sounds like his attitude is more on the complacent side, and that is not great. Not if you are trying to have a long-term relationship, if you're trying to find a relationship with potential. Yeah, this doesn't sound great at all, because you mentioned that you are very self-sufficient, financially independent, and his lack of all that doesn't really affect you. But it doesn't affect you now because you're only seeing him casually here and there. But what happens if you start to get more and more involved with him, and more emotionally and even practically involved and entangled with him? I mean, after some months or something, when you are completely in love with him because of all the time you've been spending with him, then what if he comes up and tells you, oh, you know what, the relative or whoever who's letting me stay with them, now they are not letting me stay with them anymore, so can I move in with you? If by then you are already in love with him, it would be very difficult for you to say no to something like that. Or if he just starts, staying over every time more and more often, and, starts leaving more and more of his things at your place, and then one day he just never leaves. I mean, this is a potentially risky situation for you and for your own stability, either emotionally and, both emotionally and financial. Sounds like you have been a very diligent person, a person who has been careful with your finances, that you have been smart with your finances. And what happens if then you allow yourself getting partnered with someone who is not able to add to your life, who cannot form a team with you, but only would be able to, hold on to you for dear life? And I mean, I don't know if he's grooming you, like consciously, to trying to form a deep emotional connection with you, as you say, then for you just for you to start supporting him later on. Could be the case, pretty much could be the case, that he's trying to do that in purpose, but could also be you know, that could also not in purpose, but either way, still, even if it's not in purpose, and even if he has not even thought about it because whatever, he doesn't think too much into the future, still, do you think this would really be good for you if you have a partner living at your place and who cannot contribute with any bills, with any nothing? For how long would you be able to stand that before starting feeling resentful, before starting feeling like you are being taken advantage of? That's not great. So of course there's many nuances here, so that's why I'm telling you. I mean, I'm not trying to tell you, oh, you should always just date guys with money because money. I mean, no, it's not like that. But it is important, if we are looking into finding a partnership or relationship with a long-term potential, you definitely need to be mindful of where someone is in their life and what is someone's work ethic, life ethic, character. And this guy sounds like he's not going to be able to form a good team with you in the logistical, financial things of life, and that's not great. So I mean, here you ask if can you just let him be and have fun together. I mean, if you're not looking for anything serious and you're just trying to have some fun temporarily, could be. However, you are putting yourself in the risk of falling for this guy, and even if that was not your plan, then just end up completely supporting him, and then putting yourself in a really difficult situation where months or years down the line you have no idea what to do because you have a partner living with you that cannot contribute, that cannot form a team with you, and now you feel completely taken advantage of. So yeah, it's not great. It's not really great. So yeah, it sucks that you find someone fun and caring and all that, and but his long-term potential is really almost on the negatives. So it really sucks, but you need to be smart about yourself. You need to be very mindful of the people that you allow in your most inner intimate circle, and what's more intimate than your partner. That is a very important decision to make, who we allow ourselves getting partnered with. So yeah, you are very smart. I mean, you are catching all these signs now, and listen to that intuition, that part of your intuition that is uneasy about these things. I think your intuition there is telling you that yeah, this is not a great situation, and it has a very big likelihood of a train wreck. So that is my opinion. I hope you found it useful, and also if anybody has had something similar happening to them, let me know in the comments. And also if you would like to tell something about the situation. All right, well, nice to see you. Well, I can see you, but nice to talk to you again in another video, and see you soon. Bye.